So this race has been a banger, and now the leaders are coming into pit. The three leaders. And Guesty's come in with those hard tyres. And Groot takes the lead. He stayed on the hard tyres. And now Groot is leading this race as Guesty goes in to get rid of the hard tyres. Fred Dude, Anton Poyka, Haza, all on their second stop. Cthulhu's coming in also. That's put Homesick Alien up with his earlier pit stop the lap before. Can he jump Cthulhu in the pits? Bandit, he's ready for a pit stop. His fuel's flashing. So they're coming out now. Groot's leading. Haza still stays ahead of Fred Dude, who stays ahead of Anton Poyka, but this battle's going all the way, and Guesty also on those soft tyres, not too far behind. This race could go all the way, and it could be any number of 5 people. Cthulhu looks like he got out ahead of the Alien, but the Alien is right there on his tail, and he's determined. He needs some points in this race. It's not gone well for him in these two so far. Groot leads on those hard tyres. He hasn't got enough fuel to go to the end. We've got about 13 and a half minutes left of this 40-minute race. And Groot for Akapak Racing is leading the way with Haza with a fresh pit stop and brand new tyres, is making his way very speedily towards the rear end of Groot's Nissan, sorry. Fred Dude chasing him down with Anton Poyka there in fourth, dropping back a little bit. He seemed closer to Fred Dude in the pit stops. Maybe Fred had less fuel to put on. And Guesty, it wasn't a bad strategy, but he's got to do some catching up now to the 4 ahead, and he's quite far back from him. Cthulhu in that race with Homesick Alien, looking very feisty as Homesick Alien. Groot's into the pits. Groot is into the pits now with Homesick Alien all dancing around the back of Cthulhu's car, and Cthulhu is defending. And Haza takes the lead with Fred Dude in second, Anton Poyka. Groot's in the pits. Where's he going to come out? He should be behind Guesty. Guesty was where his race was, and Guesty goes through and ahead. That earlier 1 lap on the racing softs paying massive dividends as Groot comes out. No, ahead of Cthulhu. I thought it was showing, but Cthulhu's right there. Cthulhu and Homesick Alien are in this race with Groot, and Guesty, he's not that far ahead, you know. There's still a lot of racing to go here at Lago Maggiore for round 9 of the Super GT race, and we're coming to the end of the second race. Haza leads, and he's got quite a healthy lead on Fred Dude, it has to be said, but Fred Dude, whom has the fastest lap of this race so far, is absolutely caning it. And he is trying to catch up that Honda ahead with Anton Poyka in third. And, Anton Poyka's leading the championship with the drop scores. Haza, though, chasing him down, has finished ahead of him in both races so far. But with only one more round to go, Anton Poyka, I suppose he's just damage limitation at the moment, because he hasn't got the pace on Fred Dude or Haza. Haza getting some purples lined up. He fancies the fastest lap as Fred Dude chases him down. Anton Poyka in third. They're all very close. Guesty, he's on his own a little bit there, but he's hoping they all catch each other up ahead and get very racy, so they slow each other down and he can get into it. Groot has pulled away a little bit from Cthulhu there, who's pulled away from Homesick Alien. They've spaced themselves out a little bit. Ensign Newer in 8th. His tyres looking good for the end of the race, and he's being caught by Jim, who's on a fresher set of tyres, and Jim could spot an 8th place here in this race. Behind Jim is Shuren, the Russian sensation, and Bandit down there in 11th spot with fresh tyres on. He's got a bit of a gap between himself and Shuren, but nothing's undoable with 10.5 minutes left of racing to go here. It's getting rather tense come the checkered flag as Haza leads from Fred Dude, who's got the fastest lap again of 44.008, and Haza 44.169. Fred Dude eking into Haza's lead, 10th by 10th. Anton Poyka, he doesn't seem to be able to live with that pace, too rich for him, and he's dropping away from the Belgium Nissan driver. Guesty, though, he's there lurking around. Is he gaining? He did a 44.9. You see Anton Poiker a 44.3. So Gesty's got to find a few more tenths if he wants to get himself into that battle ahead. Groot, meanwhile, had a super outlap. He spaced himself out nicely from Cthulhu, who's just ahead of the alien there. And Jim is up ahead of Ensign Newitt. Oh, only up. It might have just happened. Let's have a look. Oh, it happened a while back. But we'll watch it. Why not? It's always good to get to see a move on track. So Jim in the Lexus coming across Ensign Newitt, who's had not a bad season so far in the Group 2 car. He had no experience in the Group 2 car beforehand, and he's kept it tidy and had a good season. But here comes Jim now up the inside, and Ensign Newitt didn't look like he wanted to defend that one. Didn't fancy that at all. And Jim now up into 8th place, chasing down the alien, although the alien is some way off. And Cthulhu, Groot, all in a clump, but just too spaced out to get racy with each other. Haza is still leading this race. And Fred Dude, well, because we went backwards in time, didn't we? That's why nothing's changed up there. Ooh, a bit of dust getting kicked up there is Haza, starting to crack under the pressure of Fred Dude. You'll be aware of Fred Dude's lap time. He would have come up on a purple bit on his screen. So Haza very nervous about the pace that Fred Dude is putting down on the track as Anton Poiker chases him. He's always inside. The two Honda dudes are sandwiching Mr. Fred Dude. Indeedly doodly they are. Gesty then in 4th, looking like he's got Groot well and truly beat in this race. Groot just has to stay ahead of Cthulhu. That's the only racing he's got involved ahead of him. And Homesick Alien, he can't stay with him. 46.1 last time around. Cthulhu just done a 45.3. What does Homesick Alien do? Oh, he's in the 46.6. You see Homesick Alien not living with that pace. And Jim having to defend from Ensign Newitt. Ensign Newitt coming back stronger against the Jim. And he wants a piece of that action. We've got less than 9 minutes of racing here at Lago Maggiore, and Ensign Newitt going into the pits. Into the pits for Ensign. Was his tyres that bad? No, they're all right. So unsure on that one. And Shiren then moves up a position into 9th place. I said earlier in the race, not sure how Shiren's ended up down there, but he's chasing Jim down, who's in 8th place, who's chasing the alien. He's some way off, but there is still 8 minutes of racing here. Anything could happen. Haza leads, and he got that fastest lap, 43.8. That was his answer to Fred Dude. And Fred Dude did a 44.1, lost a lot of time to Haza on that lap. And at this point in the race, it is crucial not to lose time, only gain time if you're chasing. Haza laughing all the way to the bank. He won the first race here for round 9, and he's looking very strong to win race 2 and really take this championship to Anton Poiker, who at the moment he's driving for points. It has to be said, he can't do anything too risky. He does not want to lose a bag full of points when his title chase with Haza and Homesick Alien is so close. Gesty, he's driving for 4th. There is someone in the background. Groot could be closing in on him. Groot managing a 44.7, is it? Yeah, 44.7 that time around. Gesty, 45.2. It's half a second faster for Groot. And still plenty of time left on the clock. In the stream chat, Bandit saying, hello, recap of the race. And Gesty saying, afternoon thingamajig. Hi, guys. No, just getting the end done. Excuse me. The stream closed down. I didn't even know. I'd done all this. I commentated all the way till the end, but yeah, the stream went down. I was unaware of, so I'm doing the last 15 minutes of the race that we missed, because it was a cracking race and it deserves it to be there in its entirety. So Haza then leads the way with Fred Dude in 2nd. Them two trading off fastest lap times with Anton Poika set in chase. Guesty in 4th. He's a little too far. Well, I say he's a little too far off those guys. It doesn't look that his little blue arrow on the map doesn't look that far off, but Group does look like it's closing in on Guesty. So there's still a lot of racing here for the last 6 minutes. Cthulhu has done a great job fending from the alien. He had to put up with a lot of pressure from that Nissan driver there, and no, he survived it. Got out the pits ahead of him and everything. Homesick Alien did the one stop earlier, hoping to get the jump on Cthulhu, but somehow Cthulhu got out of the pits ahead of the alien and defended from him. So great driving from Cthulhu there. I mean, that's the skill set. Look down in 6th, 7th and 8th. You've got Jim Shiren there in 9th, and these are great drivers. It's just the skill level in this Super GT is unbelievable. Ensign Hewitt nearly dropping her, but he gathers her up and he's cracking on. He's put a set of softs on. One can only figure he wants to get a fastest lap, but he has to be careful because I think the rules do state you have to do the 5 laps, so I'm not sure. I know Groot did get a penalty for not doing 5 laps on a set of softs at the end of a race, so I'm not 100% sure on the rule. Bandit there, a 46.9 last time around from him, with Ensign Hewitt making small mistakes. He crosses the line. You can see Bandit in the background, a 47.1 from Ensign Hewitt. The Bandit is in action, although his soft tyres are looking a little bit like gravy. He might not be able to catch up with Ensign Hewitt. Meanwhile, Fred Dude's in the lead. My gosh, what happened there? Too busy watching Bandit. So Fred Dude, he's been chasing down Haase that last lap around. Haase doing a 45.0. Fred Dude doing a 44.6, 4 tenths faster the last lap around. And he really is starting to close the gap on Haase. Haase as well, going a little bit wide down the hill. And that's not the fast way out of that corner, I can tell thee. And Fred Dude getting a squirrel on as he tries to apply the accelerator. And he goes, oh no, Haase's gone wide. He cracked under the pressure. The pressure got to young Haase, and now Fred Dude has taken the lead and on his way towards victory lane. Anton Poika says, do you want to do that again and let me through, because I've got a championship to win? And Haase then, wow, the Honda driver. And Fred Dude then takes the lead of this race, and a solid drive all the way through this race, and he's looking very strong. If he was here at the beginning of the championship, I reckon he might have had a chance of winning this one. Guesty in 4th place, kicking up a bit of dust there, using every single inch of the track and making it look glorious as he does it. Beautiful stuff. That is one wonderful looking car as well, Guesty. It has to be said. Big respect to your livery designer. I know it's just purple of the grey one that you had last season, but it works. Groot, he's been trying to chase down our kid Guesty, but it doesn't look like it's happening for him. He's doing strong lap time still, 44s, mid to late 44s. It's coming around again. We've got just under 4 minutes left on the clock, and Groot smashes the line with a 46, 2 seconds slower than he's gone in the last couple of laps. 45.4 for Guesty, keeping it slow and low. That is the tempo. So Groot, he might not be able to catch up to Guesty in this one, and he's got a big rivalry with Guesty. He's ahead of Guesty in the points. He's on 147 points, and Guesty's on 143 points. So, and I think Guesty having a good race in race 1, and Groot had many pit stops in race 1. So he lost good positions to Guesty. So Guesty will be coming down to the wire between Guesty and Groot come the final round. Cthulhu having a strong finish here, and he's 7th in the championship. He's chasing down Shiren, but he's on 114 points, where Shiren's on 142 points. But Shiren and not having the best of races. He's behind Jim. Oh, he's caught Jim up though. 46.8 from him last time around. Jim, a 48.6. Jim's tyres have passed their best now, and Shiren is closing in on the Lexus driver. What can he do to fend off from Shiren? The Russian sensation must be frustrated. Not had a great race in race 2, nearly dropped it again, as we assume that's what happened to him the first time round, and he's driving for every single point. Cutula doing very well, but like I said, he's a good sort of 30 points ahead of Cutula. I don't think he's got to worry about Cutula. He's got to worry about that Guesty scored well as Shiren. He's in only a point behind Guesty, but he's a fair few positions down from him. And Shiren then closing in on the Jim in his Nissan. His tyres are pretty old as well. Might not have much to fight against Jim with. Jim's tyres are a little older though. Homesick Alien just ahead of him. Oh, he's gone swinging for the outside there, but he hasn't got the grip to live with Jim as they come around to the start straight. Trying to get a toe off of Jim, coming down the finish towards the finish line to the first corner. Heavy on the brakes here for the left-hander. Bit of contact there, and Shiren's trying to get up the inside of Jim, but there's no room, and Jim sees the car around, doing a fabulous job there. And Shiren, he's dancing around behind Jim. He's looking frustrated and he wants to get away by, but Jim, solid as rock. Seen some great defending from him, and no, Shiren's now up the side of him, and Shiren though, his fuel's flashing. Oh, we're in 39 minutes. Wow. And there's a bit of car door banging here, and it's gone too wide. They've gone in the corner, and oh no, Jim's had a bang off the road. Shiren must be in a grumpy mood. It's not the driving we usually see from the Russian sensation. And Jim trying to straighten his car up as he lost the position to Ensign. Can Bandit get around? No, I think Jim's well on his way. So Fred Dude crosses the line before the clock runs out, with Haase very close indeed, and Anton Poika, all three of them very tight on this final lap. And Guesty gets across the line also with Groot. So the racing goes on between those guys. Cutula's coming around. Can he cut the line before the timer runs out? No, he cannot. And Cutula finishes in 6th spot. Great drive from Cutula. Homesick Alien gets that 7th. And it might be important. It's not going to be. He's not going to be happy with that. I know him. Shiren in 8th place, but oh my! I think if the stewards get a hold of how he got that 8th place, he might lose it. How far behind Jim is, you can't tell. Jim, you've got to keep going fast. He'll get a penalty, and you can still get within his time then. So there's Shiren coming around to finish in 8th spot, ahead of Ensign Newark coming home in 9th. Jim, oh no, the Bandit has caught Jim up. It's got worse for Jim. It's worse than that, Captain. Bandit's caught Jim up, and we're missing any kind of final race we've got from these guys. Fred, Haase, Anton, they all look quite spaced out, so I think we're all right. Bandit and Jim is the closest race we're seeing on the track, as Jim comes around that final corner to cross the line in 10th spot. Should have been 8th. And Bandit gets 11th. Fred Dude, what a race. Haase dropped it, in all fairness, but Fred Dude was there to pick up the pieces, and that's what it's all about. Fred Dude's fuel on borderline as he crosses the line there and takes his win. Super stuff. Haase gets 2nd. Anton Poika, take a boo, my son, gets 3rd. Guesty comes home in 4th place. Groot's just on his way to the line. Woo! To grab that 5th place. Wow, what a race. So there was Fred Dude, gifted, some might say. But I say just in the right place at the right time. And Fred Dude scoops up that win from Haase. But Haase, more importantly, has the fastest lap and finishes ahead of Anton Poika, making that championship battle a little bit tighter as they come to the final round. Anton Poika getting a 3rd position. A great podium. A double podium for the Finnish drivers. and a totally international podium here at the Virtual Racers Club. Lovely stuff. Great drive from Guesty, and if he didn't have to use those hard tyres, he would have been up there. He would have won. Groot on a similar strategy as Guesty, but he couldn't get himself ahead of the Guesty in the end, and them two are having a superb battle in the championship, so there's like only a few points in it. Katula finishing a fine 6th, ahead of the Alien in 7th, Shiren, Naughty Boy Shiren in 8th, Ensign Ewer in 9th, Jim came home in 10th, with the Bandit finishing in 11th. We'll look at the winner. That's the best we're going to get. Bandit in the chat saying, I didn't had any intention to overtake him after all he has going through the race. Fair enough, Bandit. I'm sure he appreciated that. Read then. So, the final round. This is what it all comes down to. Fuji in a Group 2 car. What can these guys do? 2 40-minute races. Do not miss it. Hopefully, we'll stream the whole thing next Thursday evening. Live. If nothing goes wrong, if YouTube doesn't silence me again. I can tell you what's going on this week, but I mean, no one's going to watch this, so I'd be wasting my breath. But tonight or / Thursday evening, we have the VGT season. Sorry, I was reading something else. The VGT season, and they're racing at Monza in those Group 1 Toyota FT1s, and that's going to be scary when they get to the chicanes, because man alive, they're going to be mad. Although I did hear a rumour that Skyjacker might be late to it, and Homesick might have to host it, and Homesick whispered to me during his dad's birthday meet that he'll do it without the chicanes. If it doesn't say chicanes or no chicanes, he'll just do no chicanes. Tuesday, lol. What's Tuesday? Have I lost something? Today's not Tuesday, today's Thursday. This was Tuesday, this racing was Tuesday, and next Tuesday, next Tuesday is Monza. No, next Tuesday is Fuji. Hang on, reset. Today, it's Tuesday. Let's pretend it's just the same as the old stream. So next week, on Tuesday, we'll be racing the final of the Super GT at Fuji. After that Tuesday, and then this coming Thursday / today, we've got the VGT series, racing the Toyotas at Monza. And then on Friday, we've got the Max 5s. Final round of the Max 5s. It's a hot one. Well, it's not. Shiren's destroying it. Binko could have a say in it, but I think Shiren might have that one wrapped up there at the BB Raceway. And then your Sunday Sprint Madness is at BB Raceway as well. Thank you for tuning in. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Liz Anya. Thank you very much. We were the Virtual Racers Club. Hit like, subscribe, go to the website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. Do all the things that people like you to do, because it's nice. And I will see you on Thursday / tonight for the VGT. Peace and love. Peace. Oh, hang on. I'll let Groot cross the line. It doesn't seem right, does it? See if I can time this one right. Peace and love. Peace. Oh, what happened? Peace and love. That was messy, but I tried. See you guys. See you soon. See you tonight.